how's it going? So I am now a true, proper BMW owner. So you start off by not using your blinkers. That's how you start off with being a proper BMW owner. You buy one, of course, but now I had something go wrong on this car. Now I am a proper BMW owner. So let me show you what problem I have now. All right, so let's get into the M2. All right, so let me turn on the power here. Right there, increased battery drain while stopped. Battery discharging while stopped. This isn't good, guys. This is this is not good. I've had the car, how long have I had it? I've had it like 3 weeks now, going on 4 weeks soon, and we had our first problem. Now, considering this is my third BMW, I think that's a pretty good streak, the black one. I only had a little rusty part on the exhaust piece. I don't remember what the part was. The actuator clip, that's what it was. That piece broke on the M240i, and then the little plate dropped, but really that's all just because of the weather. In the other M2, well, I didn't have it long enough to, oh, there we go. See, there we go. Battery discharge, stop engine. Yeah, that's not good. Considering we're on BMW number 3, and this is the first real, actual BMW problem that I have had, that's a pretty good streak, right? That's pretty good. So, can't really complain. Let me give a little bit of background as to kind of this error, what happened, and what I think the problem is, because I think I know what the issue is. So let me break it down. All right, so about 2 or so weeks ago, it was not long after I made the last video, I got that same error message on the M2 that my battery is draining. So I thought, okay, battery's draining, whatever, no problem. It sat in a dealership for a little while, and it was transported, and I haven't driven it too often because I'm still taking my daily driver to work. So I figured, okay, it's probably just a little fluke. Okay, let's charge the battery up. I plugged her in, charged her all the way up to full. At first, everything was fine, and then a week later, pretty much the same thing. I parked it at my girlfriend's house overnight, and it was at like 75%. And then the next morning it was 19%. So obviously 19% from a 75% charge over one night is not good. That's a problem. Clearly there's a battery drain issue. One of the things I looked into was what's causing it. Well, I had nothing plugged into the car, no cables plugging in, nothing, no parasitic draw on the battery that I was aware of. So I looked into parasitic draw. There was really nothing plugged into the car, so nothing there that it could have been. So next thing, I'm doing a little bit more research, and I guess certain BMWs have an issue with the comfort access. So let me show you what the issue is with that. So with comfort access, if you go up to your BMW, if you put your finger here, the car locks, and then you put your hand here, the car unlocks, right? Simple feature. Doesn't seem like much could go wrong with it, right? The issue, I guess, with certain BMWs is that this starts to fail the sensor. So basically the car always thinks that you have a hand here and that it's reading for a signal. And basically when you go to open the car, there are systems in the car that think, okay, he's getting in the car, getting it ready to drive. Then when you get into the seat, you're ready to go, just fire her up and off you go, right? So the issue happens that essentially when that handle thinks that your hand's always there and it's constantly looking for a reading, are you locking or unlocking the door, it's going to leave all those systems on. So very quickly, your car is in a ready state. That is why your battery could drain very quickly. So if you have this issue in your car, there goes my horrifying sound again. So if you have that issue where your battery is draining and you just don't know what it is, check that, because that could be an issue. Ideally, you probably want to get it professionally checked out because they can, pinpoint exactly what the issue is, and they'll let you know if that is the case. Unfortunately, you probably got to replace the whole door handle or just remove the whole system. So I don't think there's any actual fix to that. Once the sensor fails, it just fails. What I did after that was I had the battery tested. So we're in the trunk, my little Yu-Gi-Oh Funko Pops that I still haven't taken out of the car. So under here, can't really get a good angle in there. But the next thing that you could look at is the battery. So you want to make sure the battery's obviously working. So I had this battery tested. This battery was actually replaced not too long ago. So the battery was replaced, I don't know, maybe 1,000 miles ago. So it's pretty new battery. I had my grandfather test this battery. The battery was a-okay. It had capacity of like 98% or 99%, one of those two. So pretty much full. And it had a charge of 69%. While the car was telling me at that time that I had a charge of 30%. So right there, we see that there's a little issue. The battery in the car aren't really matching what the battery charge is. That is why I think this is the issue. After more research, so this little piece right here, this negative terminal right here, you can see it's that whole little assembly there, and then this whole black part of the cable. This little part is a IBS sensor. I think it stands for Intelligent Battery Sensor or something like that. So what it does is it reads the battery, so it'll tell you the voltage and all that stuff, and gives that information for the car. This piece is known to eventually and occasionally go bad. So what I did was I ordered a new part, a new IBS sensor for 150 bucks. It was like 148 and change, something like that. So $150 part. And I am hoping that that solves my issue. Yeah, as of right now, I can still drive the car, no problem. It's just every time I start the car, it tells me my battery is draining and that I have no battery percentage. It's a bit worrying if you don't know what the actual charge of the battery is, because if you have this issue coupled with an actual drainage problem, you could end up stranded somewhere and not start your car, right? One of the things the IBS sensor also does is it cuts features out of the car that you don't need when the car is off. For example, comfort access, which is opening that door handle, that feature is completely turned off when the battery gets below a certain percentage. You know, open the car normally with a key and then have enough power to start the car. So all those luxury features, and then when you unlock it, the LED halo lights, they don't turn on, they stay off. So all that stuff is done to give you enough charge to start the car. Here's hoping that replacing that part is going to solve my problem with the M2. So far, the car has been absolutely fantastic. I'm loving it. Really no other issues at all otherwise. I just really got to get this battery issue fixed. If this isn't the case and the part that I ordered and replaced does not solve this problem, then I'm gonna have it taken a look at professionally, and hopefully we'll be able to get an actual diagnosis on the car. Realistically, that seems like what the issue probably is. If the battery is, 70% charge, your car is thinking it's 30. Realistically, it makes sense that the sensor that tells the car what the battery percentage is at is probably failing. I'm still waiting for another package to come in with that part, and when that part comes in, I want to make a video installing it, checking it, and hopefully that will solve my problem. So for now, that's really it for this video. I'm gonna see if that resolves the issue. I really hope it does. I mean, like I said, for 3 BMWs, for this one to have its first issue and hopefully be resolved with a $150 little part that I didn't have to pay extra money to get diagnosed. It's just a swap, plug and play kind of part. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. For now, that's it. Stay tuned for the update to this video. If you enjoy this video, if you want to know what the issue was, please like the video, subscribe, consider subscribing. If you dislike the video, leave me a comment, let me know why, and all feedback's appreciated. So until next time.